Hey guys, welcome back to Fun Fiero. I'm Andy.
I'm Liz.
Hey guys, today we have some important stuff to go over with you, and so as we were booking our cruise and going through and getting ready for everything, it kind of came down to the last minute, and we found out some stuff that we had no idea about, didn't even know it existed,
We definitely had those questions.
But we definitely had the questions, and they came up, and we're like, what do we do? Well, there's a way to solve that, and these are five important things that you should remember to do before you go on your cruise, whether it be a Disney cruise or cruise, but definitely in this case on a Disney cruise.
Number one, when you have cruise questions, call 800-951-3532.
Yep.
We call this number because we're flying down a day early, we're staying at a Disney resort, then we need to travel back to Port Canaveral, and then from Port Canaveral, we're going back to a Disney resort. So you get ground transportation, you get Magical Express free from the airport to your resort.
Yep.
You have to pay to do the Disney Cruise Line Express, though I don't know what it's officially called. But you do have to pay for the bus to get you to the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And what we were wondering is, hey, can we just go from the Pop Century to Port Canaveral, and from Port Canaveral back to the Coronado Springs Resort? And turns out, for the same exact price as what you go from the airport to the cruise, you sure can.
Yep.
So now we have...
And how much was that?
It was $156.
For the two of us,
Yes,
and
for
that
both
is
of us.
round trip.
Yes, that is round trip.
Yep. So basically, like Liz was saying, the Magical Express gets you to your resort, but then...
And then we'd take you back to the airport.
We'd take you back to the airport. And so we heard that you have to take the Magical Express back to the airport,
and then
switch buses, take all your luggage and everything else, and then take it over to the Disney Cruise Line bus, and then go to the Port of Canaveral. But and a couple of you guys even said, no, we're pretty sure there's a shuttle that takes you all the way from point A to point B, and we're like, where is that? Where is it on the online or anything?
Because you can add your ground transport on your reservation on disneycruise.disney.go.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can totally add it, but there wasn't a section to say, hey, I want to go from a resort to the boat, and from the boat back to a resort. So we called.
Yep, and it was really simple. They were like,
totally easy.
We totally got you covered.
Always.
You're staying on Disney property. We've got a bus that can take you all the way to Port Canaveral. You do not have to stop at the airport. So there you guys go. If you've been wondering, it's roughly $78
it's $78 per person.
Yep.
It's $156 for the both of us for that round trip experience.
So,
and there are other shuttle services that you can get from the airport to go to Port Canaveral. Honestly, though, they're only about $10, $15 cheaper round trip. Mm-hmm. And because we were going from the resort all the way there, hey, give me my Disney magic.
Give me my Disney magic.
Yes.
That's it. And the thing is, they play Disney stuff on the TVs while you're going.
Oh,
I mean, it's an experience. So that's why we chose to go with the Disney
totally.
Cruise Line bus over there. All right. So number 2, what about Wi-Fi?
I know. Oh my goodness, our phones are going to be in national waters. What's going to happen?
Well, we're not going to be calling anybody, that's for sure. And here's the thing, guys. It's all about disconnecting when you're on the cruise.
Yes.
However, if you've got family back home, if you've got work that it has to be done, you're the owner of the business, or, your job depends on you always being able to be, contacted some way, or at least do some work some way, even when you're on vacation, which stinks. But
Disney's got you covered.
Disney's got you covered. There are 3 tiers of Wi-Fi package. So
that you have to buy when you're on the ship. You can't pre-buy these.
You cannot pre-buy it. So once you get on the ship, and I think it's because there's probably a certain amount of bandwidth, and so maybe it's just first come, first serve. I don't know. And the guy really didn't know that we were talking to, but he said it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
We've got you covered when it comes to Wi-Fi. So at least this way we can connect with family back home through email. So if nothing else.
100 megs is $19. 300 megs is $39. And if you need that 1,000 megs or a gig, it's $89.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, you can stream movies. I'm like,
no.
Yeah, like one.
Yeah. But see, if you have Disney Plus, though, you can download your movies before you go. Hey, and there you are.
Now, we aren't traveling with small children, so it's hard for us to imagine needing that streaming movie or TV show or what have you while we're on our cruise, because you have movies
and shows
and TV
in
your room.
Goofy sports simulator. We're not going to need a movie.
Yeah.
But emailing back and forth, making sure that, that the house hasn't burned down, We can do that.
So whatever your needs are, if you need Wi-Fi, Disney's got you covered for that. We did ask about complimentary Wi-Fi. It doesn't seem to exist.
No.
What have you guys found in the past? Please leave that in the comments below. But we did ask about that, and they were like, yeah, we don't know what you're talking about. So maybe it was a thing of the past. Who knows?
Who knows?
All right.
Now, third question was, oh my goodness. Oh, what if something really bad happens? You know, we all like to think that life is going to be great, grand, and groovy, but sometimes it does throw us a curveball.
True.
So, if you have an emergency, there is an emergency contact number, and that's 888-322-8732. And for the Disney Dream, you would hit prompt number 1. It is $6.95 per minute, and you get a maximum of 10 minutes. So you better have like a kind of sweet, short emergency.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you will never have an emergency.
Exactly. But if you do,
but there is a way for
covered.
people to contact you while you're on the ship. So there is a way. So if something were to happen, there is a way. Number 4, dietary needs. Liz,
all right.
you have definitely a dietary need.
Yeah, woohoo, great, celiac, here I go. So I mean, severe extreme gluten allergy. Even if you put croutons on a salad and take the croutons back off, I will actually get sick. My face will get super red, my knuckles get super red, huge pain in my gut, and I'm pretty much going to have a headache for the next 24 to 48 hours.
It's a no fun Fiero moment.
It's a no fun Fiero moment, and the symptoms can last up to 30 days. So that's how long gluten can stay in your system.
Yeah.
When you go to book your cruise, and they have a very few dietary things in there. So they've got like if you need low fat, if you need vegetarian or vegan.
Online,
they can do that. But they don't have, so when you go to book a reservation on like Disney World, then they have like this list of 18 different allergies that you can pick from. So if you got a peanut, tree nut, soy, gluten, wheat, dairy, all these things that you can sit here and check. Well, there is no gluten allergy on the boat, on the reservation, which was kind of scary. But I'd heard from other people, gluten is not going to be an option. It's not an option in parks where they're doing 80,000 people a day.
We've even heard, though, that like literally the ship is
desserts.
even more like, way better about food allergies than even the parks, which the parks are incredible. But we've heard like amazing things about the ship.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get that from doing the actual reservations online. So we called. Obviously, we're still calling that 800 number that we gave you at the top of the hour.
Yep.
And tell them, hey, I have a severe gluten allergy. Can you add that on, or do I need to? How do I deal with this? Do I find the head waiter, head waitress? What am I doing once I get on the ship? And he just typed it on into our reservation that I have a severe gluten allergy, so we should all be good.
Yeah.
Now the other thing, which we're actually going to go a little bit out of sequence. Okay. Because it's our 6th thing, even though I said we had 5. Because you can request your own table, and they will try to accommodate you.
Try.
They're going to try. Now, we're going to request our own table, mainly because there's a higher risk of cross-contamination if more food is being delivered to the table. And the smell of gluten literally will actually make me feel physically ill. All right, I can go into a Walmart, I can go into my King Supers, and literally I can smell and blindfolded, I can take you to the bread aisle and say, here is the gluten, because it has just a sickly sweet smell to me now that I'm really super sensitive to. So don't really want to eat with people who are eating gluten, and I don't want to impede their happiness and joy in any way, shape, or form. Right. So we're requesting our own table.
And it's our anniversary cruise, so we just want to be by ourselves too. But that's kind of a a nice little way that this can all be wrapped up. But the fact is that cross-contamination happens the more food that is delivered to the table. So if more food is coming to the same table at any given time, it's coming from the kitchen. Plates, if they've been very careful in the kitchen, things can get messy and messed up at the table itself.
Just bringing it to the table. So we're going to ask. We don't know if we're going to be accommodated. Yeah. But we're going to see.
But they'll try.
They'll try.
That's exactly what they said. They'll try. So
there we
go. Number 5. This was awesome. And when they told us that we could do this, now, some of you guys that have been on cruises, you already know this, what have you. This was our first cruise, right? So everything that we're finding out for the first time. You can prepay your gratuity.
Who knew?
Which is awesome.
Because, that's one less thing you have to worry about on the cruise.
And the gratuity, which we found out, is way less than we actually thought
Yeah,
it would
was really
be.
so we're gonna take some extra money.
Yes.
And we're gonna add to that. But yeah.
Because I can only imagine we're I'm sure we're just gonna be our minds are gonna be blown. The service is gonna be incredible.
We hope so.
It's Disney. So we're expecting that we are gonna tip more, but all of our gratuity for our entire cruise is taken care of.
And on a sidebar, if you do order, like, so you can pre-order gifts to be delivered to your stateroom before you get there, and actually you do have to pay the gratuity on those beforehand too. So that's kind of nice.
So,
but room service, there's no prepaying for gratuity on the room service. So anything room service, you have to have that cash with you.
well, I was worried. So with the gratuity situation, I was worried like, oh my gosh, so we're gonna have all this fun, and I understand with room service you tip cash at the time that you get your room service, right? So that's not charged to the end of your cruise. But I was worried like, oh my gosh, how much is the gratuity going to be? How much is it going to cost? Like, do I need to take, how much more money do I need to take that I'm not planning for, that I know I have to pay at the end? No, I don't have to now. It's already paid.
So nice.
It's great. So it's a load off. It's going to make our cruise even more enjoyable, so that way we don't have to worry about it at the end.
Right, and we didn't even know that you could prepay the gratuity.
No.
However, when we were dialing that 800 number, we did ask, is there anything else as first-time cruisers that we need to know that would help make our cruise simpler and easier? Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, prepay your gratuity. We were like, all right, you got it.
Yeah, it was. Disney's awesome.
Yeah, they are.
So, and they really do try to think of everything to make your trip the best that it can be and the most magical that it can be. So obviously, guys, this video is coming while we're on our trip. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you will, I think that's all 5 things.
I think it is, totally.
Definitely.
If there's something that you think that we should have included, leave it down below in the comments.
Please.
We'd love to hear it.
Absolutely. I can't wait to share all of our adventures with you guys from this time. And thank you so much for hanging out with us and being a part of everything leading up to this cruise and this trip and this anniversary vacation for us. We've enjoyed sharing that, and we can't wait to share the rest.
But hit the like button.
Hit the like button. Give us a big thumbs up. Also, if you haven't, subscribe to our channel, guys, so that way we can share all of our adventures coming up. And then also everything else that we do. We love to put out the videos for you guys. We try to do 3 or 4 a week and really just keep you guys involved in our lives, and we want to be involved in yours as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And until next time, get out there, have some fun, and we'll see you on the flip side.